Nearly at the halfway point of this season 19 Major League campaign, a very surprising name at the top of the table, União Sao Paulo, still unbeaten this deep into the season, looking like prime contenders for the title, but Schwarzwälder still lurking, wanting to retain their spot at the top of the league. Hello everyone, I am Metafiction. We have a bunch of very fascinating games for you today. Starting off, of course, with Schwarzwälder, the defending SSL Major League champions, in action against Buenos Aires here in our first match. Later on, it'll be União Sao Paulo, as I say, has not lost a match on this campaign so far. We'll be visiting AC Romana. After that, it'll be CF Catalunya hosting Reykjavik United. And we end the day's video with Tokyo SC hosting Hollywood FC. Should be a very interesting matchup at this point in the season. All of these teams have had a bit of a chance to work out tactics, get a feel for where they are. It's going to be a very exciting back half of the season. Certainly a lot of shakeups compared to seasons past. So it really is anybody's guess how this is all going to shake out in the final reckoning. But hey, that's all the better for us, isn't it? We get to see some fantastic soccer. Start out in the Black Forest, where Schwarzwälder, fielding their customary 3 at the back, take on Buenos Aires' 4-2-3-1. Sterling Scott up top there. There you see, it's a match between number 2 and number 3, level on 10 points apiece, 1 point behind league leaders Sao Paulo. This match could determine a lot in the final reckoning. And we are underway here in the heart of the Black Forest in Germany. Schwarzwälder kicking us off, going left to right. Bierman, the lone midfielder for Schwarzwälder. And Schenker sending it all the way back to Munokoisaran Satsrao. It's a Schwarzwälder team that likes to play on the wings as they are doing now. Whittington with the 1-2 to Hakkinen. And it's Eric Bierman, the lone midfielder, in an advanced position. Gets the opener for Schwarzwälder within a minute. Well, they were unbeaten last season, already a tarnished campaign this time around. But they've come to play today. Hakkinen putting that ball in. Kabiri palming it out, but right into the path of Bierman. Schwarzwälder 1, Buenos Aires 0 in the early going. And so often we see a team conceding an early goal that tends to deflate them. Can Buenos Aires pick themselves up from being hit early on? Remains to be seen. Buenos Aires, as I say, tied for second going into the match today. Usually can be found in the top half of the standings. Haven't had a ton of success in the league of late in terms of victories, but certainly have as good a chance as anybody this season, as Bull intercepting that pass and takes the shot from distance, but Kabiri able to stop that one. Guerrero Strongin with that long pass forward to Genkal. Munoz through the middle. Bradford hitting it out to the opposite flank. Harrison. Some tricky build-up from Buenos Aires. Doesn't quite come off, but Genkal has found Sterling Scott in the middle. Well, it's a very unorthodox build-up for Buenos Aires, but they managed to turn it into an equalizer. Nakra hitting it, trying to look for Bradford, it looked like. Whittington had headed it out, but Genkal able to recover it and puts it in on a plate for Sterling Scott. They've been able to negate that early advantage from Forest, and now are pressing for potentially a second here. Hakkinen, though, able to pressure Guerrero Strongin to send it all the way back to Kabiri. Sao Paulo, of course, in action later today in our next match, in fact, against AC Romana. Question is, who will be top of the table when that match begins? Diacra dribbling through the middle past Bierman. Bradford passes it to O'Leary. O'Leary shot it off the base of the post and was offside anyway. A lightning-quick build from Buenos Aires. They are posing a real threat at the moment. Schwarzwälder, of course, the defending champions. We know the quality they have. Deanne up the near wing. Harrison to duel with. Can't quite get the foot in. It's into Schmidt. And Bierman fires just wide of the post. Schwarzwälder getting very advanced, if you saw in that little chart down in the bottom center of your screen. I know they like to play a very attacking game, Schwarzwälder. Whittington forward to Hakkinen. Hakkinen in the box, off the inside of the post, and clangs back out. It's headed back in. Bit of a battle. It's back to Bierman. Bull out to Deanne. Genkal sends it into touch. Centimeters away from Schwarzwälder, going up again. The angle just wrong there. Diacra with the free kick for Buenos Aires. Bull able to recover from the header. Finds Wang Jihao. The most dangerous strikers in the SSL today. Back to Whittington. And Bierman nearly had a second. Forces the save out of Kabiri. Schmidt puts the corner in, floated to the far post. Kabiri is there. These are two of the best goalkeepers in the SSL right now. Saran Satsral and Kabiri both will be earning their paychecks today. Possible counterattack here for Buenos Aires. O'Leary on the run. Gets around Plink, but shoots it right at Saran Satsral. Now Buenos Aires taking back momentum. O'Leary crosses for Sterling Scott and wins the corner off of Peregrine Plink. Only 2 minutes of added time to be played on top of the 45 as Brooks Patron sends that corner at the near post. And it's headed away. It is all square here in Germany. Schwarzwälder with that first-minute goal from Eric Bierman, but Buenos Aires didn't take long to respond. Across from Neslan Genkal onto Sterling Scott, who put in the equalizer. And so at the half, SFV 1, Buenos Aires 1. Not been a huge quantity of shots, but it seemed that every one that's been taken just about has seemed like a threat to go in. Some very clinical finishing on display from both sides here today. We begin the second half, and it's Buenos Aires who kick us off going left to right in the orange. Buenos Aires know this might be their best chance to win a major league title. So they'll be looking to turn it up against a title rival in this second half. It's SFV who have the first free kick, and that one just over the bar by Farah Diane. Free kick finds Bradford. Bradford crosses, and it's headed up into the air. Genkal gets to it. Pressure sustained by Buenos Aires for now. Munoz has a go. That one didn't really seem to trouble Saran Satsral. Schenkinger. SFV passing it amongst their back line. Ball dropping deep finds Whittington. Now Hakkinen in the box. Breuer Estrangin with the challenge, and the referee has given a penalty here. Breuer Estrangin into that challenge. Referee didn't like it. VAR is having a look at it. This would be a huge turning point in this match. And VAR has confirmed the penalty for Schwarzwälder Fußballverein. And it's Wang Jihao to take. And he's scored it. Kabiri could do nothing but stand there as Wang Jihao absolutely fires that penalty into the side netting on the inside of the goal. And with emphasis, Trees have managed to pull ahead again. Bierman wins it high up the pitch, but does nothing with it, realistically. Buenos Aires now have just over 10 minutes to equalize. Can they pull it back again? It's Forrest coming forward, though. Intent to hold on and pick their spot here. Not forced to try and make any drastic moves, but Buenos Aires winning that ball, but unfortunately doing nothing with it. Forrest now with it again. And winning the ball again is Buenos Aires through O'Leary. That pass overhit for Viacra. Now the counterattack for Forrest. Jihao takes it around Brooks Patron and shoots and tried to hit it opposite post. But it finds only the advertising boards. Munoz trying to hit it up the wing, looking for Bradford perhaps, but Maxwell closer to it. Brooks Patron now heading down. Scott loses it. Viacra nearly fouling, but Forrest coming through again, and now Jihao through on goal, shoots, and might have just ended this match. It's a brace for Jihao, and that might be game and set for Schwarzwälder Fußballverein. Jihao with a great run. Absolutely left the entire Buenos Aires back line for dead. Let's look at it again. Moment of the pass, timing the run immaculately is Wang Jihao. And any hopes Buenos Aires hybrid of taking back a point have just been deflated. And time almost expired. SFB now with a comfortable 3-1 lead. Barring any last-second developments, that is going to be the final scoreline. A hugely important result to SFB's title defense. Unbeaten last season, beaten this season, but are certainly not going to roll over for Sao Paulo or anyone. 3-1 your final score here in the Black Forest. Schwarzwälder victorious on this day. Kimi Hakkinen is your player of the match with 2 assists. Credit as well to Wang Jihao with 2 goals. And Eric Bierman for scoring the opener within the first minute. Buenos Aires hanging tough characteristically, but ultimately beaten on the day. Sterling Scott scoring the only consolation for his team. So 3-1 your final there. Schwarzwälder, for the moment, back to the top of the table, but that's contingent on the result of this next match, which sees AC Romana hosting União Sao Paulo. Well, it's hard to believe that 2 seasons ago this time, Sao Paulo were in the middle of what can only be described as a historic run of poor luck and poor quality. But they've turned it around in remarkable fashion and found themselves at the top of the league going into today. AC Romana with a 4-3-3 with that holding midfielder. Sao Paulo, meanwhile, fielding the I believe you call that a 5-2-3, or perhaps a 3-4-3, but in any case, it's done well for Sao Paulo there. Romana, oddly enough, in a similar situation to Sao Paulo finding themselves in the last few seasons, apart from last season, of course, with 0 points to Romana thus far this season. They'll be looking for at least a draw to lift themselves off of that goose egg. Match is underway. Romana have kicked us off in the purple and gold, going left to right. It really can't be overstated the incredible work that Sao Paulo have done to get into this position at this point in the season. Certainly still a lot of soccer to be played, but at the moment they are hanging with pretty much every team in this league, yet to lose. Hashimoto putting in the cross, and it's headed down by Valstrazen Smith, with the keeper able to stop it from going in. Sao Paulo coming forward again. Here's Cotswold. Puts in the cross, and again Neuer able to hold on to it. And it's won back by Sao Paulo, and Julian Rubio has the opener. Well, that came just about out of nowhere, excuse me. I promise that pun wasn't intentional. Blackman trying to hit the pass into midfield, but got whether it was the aim or the timing, just got it completely wrong. And Sao Paulo absolutely pouncing on that. So Sao Paulo take a lead here within 10 minutes, but Romana coming forward now through Hoppity. Padrillo. Is losing out to De Groot there. Abjanic at the edge of the area. Cotswold now. Blocked by Nunez. And it goes out for a very deep throw in. Valstrazen Smith. Peixoto finds Hashimoto. Ultimately, Sao Paulo forced back on that occasion. Blackman now trying to make up for that grievous mistake. Now Tater Justinissen, the former Sao Paulo player, it should be pointed out. He's chomping at the bit to show out this match, but for the moment it's Peixoto coming forward for Sao Paulo. Peixoto loses out. Padrillo puts this frankly unnecessary slide tackle in. Sao Paulo retain it. Through ball to Rubio, and it's Valstrazen Smith to Rubio to make it 2-0 pending VAR. But the goal will not stand, chalked off for offside by Julian Rubio. Let's look at it again. It was a great pass hit by Zyquan Delathra on Valstrazen Smith. Rubio going a little too early, and so it won't count. Valstrazen Smith, if I'm not mistaken, the scorer of the assist on that first goal as well. Valstrazen Smith has a go. It's blocked. Header battle falls to Hashimoto. And again, pursued by Blackman. Hashimoto squared it, and Levert, fortunate to not turn it into their own net. As it is, it goes out for a corner. Sent in. And Justinissen heads it away. Peixoto able to recycle possession, though. Sao Paulo continuing to maintain pressure here. De Groot over the top and puts it in the net, and this one is going to count. Well, it's the tenacity on display that has gotten Sao Paulo where they are. Hashimoto putting the ball over the top to Groot, recycling a move that looked like it had fizzled out. And Sao Paulo looking very much like remaining unbeaten here today. As for Romana, the pain keeps coming. Unless they can figure something out here in the rest of this half and the second half, it'll look like yet another defeat. Still time to avert that, though. Sao Paulo, once again, with possession. Pinkman gets the foot in, but unable to turn it into meaningful possession. Through ball, falls to Rubio. Rubio, blocked by LeVere, but Rubio had gone too early again. Eilish hits it forward. Gagne sending it back to the back line. Hashimoto. Cotswold. Strazen Smith blocks the counter, and it's pushed behind by Neuer. Habjanic with the delivery, and it's headed at a very sharp angle. And deflected behind for another corner kick. Habjanic will get another try at this. Once again, sent near post. Once again, rebuffed. Sao Paulo continuing to pile on pressure. Here's Gagne. Cotswold to De Groot. De Groot nearly putting it past Neuer again. This time, though, the keeper able to stop it. Gagne hits it to Hashimoto. Puts the cross in. De Groot near post. Nearly won another goal. Instead, it's a corner. We're approaching halftime. Sao Paulo looking good value for their 2-0 lead as that corner headed away. And so at the break, Sao Paulo with a 2-goal lead over AC Romana. Comfortably the better team thus far. Sao Paulo, as I said, looking very good value for this 2-0 scoreline. Romana will have just 45 minutes to bring this back. It's been a rough ride for them this season. So hopefully, from their perspective, this second half will be somewhat better than the first. Habjanic bringing the ball forward for Sao Paulo as the second half begins. And right away, it's a corner kick for the Brazilian side. Habjanic hits it into the crowd, and it's sent away. Gronkowski looked to counter for Romana, but Hashimoto too quick. Eilish hits it forward, finding De Groot. Cotswold in a lot of space on the near flank. Cutting inside. Neuer forces the save, but the ball couldn't quite find a red and black shirt, and Rubio once again caught offside. Neuer comes in once more, and this one headed right at Neuer, and again off the bar, or it might have been a block. It was hard to tell. A bit of a scramble of activity right in front of the goal, but it is another corner kick for Sao Paulo. This one headed up into the air. Kirkpatrick trying to head it back for Gagne, but puts it over the bar. Sao Paulo continuing to assert dominance in this match as Hashimoto Shoots wide of the post. Habjanic delivers. Ultimately headed away. Belstrazen Smith has a go. What a shot from Zyklon Delathron, Belstrazen Smith. That was from a long way out, but it's found its way into the back of the net. ZVS was in a lot of space. Neuer tries to get down, but doesn't stretch far enough. A well-taken goal from Belstrazen Smith, and Sao Paulo now lead 3-0. It's going from bad to worse for Romana. They're being humiliated on their own home turf at Coliseo. Gagne now coming forward for Sao Paulo. Habjanic and Rubio was lurking, but couldn't quite get a foot on the ball. Less than 30 minutes to play, and Sao Paulo with a comfortable 3-0 lead. Hashimoto winning the ball off of Pedrillo there. And the shot from Rubio forces a save out of Neuer. Now it'll be a corner kick from Hashimoto. Habjanic there to recycle. Now a corner kick at the other end for Romana. This might be their first on the day. Nunez putting it in. And it was very close there from Blackman. Pedrillo has a go, but that one perhaps a little too optimistic. Romana now seems to have woken up. They're putting in some significant pressure here in this second half. Is it too little too late? Time will tell, but Eilish stealing that pass and sending it up the other end. Put it back to Neuer to try again. Pedrillo, but the pass to Hoppity intercepted. Rubio through ball to Habjanic in a threatening position and forced behind off of the heel of a Romana defender. And that corner loops behind harmlessly. They drew forward to Hashimoto. And Hashimoto with another corner kick one. And that one headed clear. De Groot does get to it. Habjanic. And Habjanic offside. Peixoto. Cotswold, but the cross blocked by Kronkowski. Into Muller. Mana trying to find an optimal angle here. Nunez. Now Muller again. Stinnison. Now Cronus. Cronus threw ball to Pinkman, but Pinkman was offside. Out the group. Shoots it over, and that is that. Sao Paulo reasserting themselves at the top of the table with a very compelling 3-0 victory over AC Romana. Romana still looking for their first point on the season. It really is a testament to the reversal of fortune here for Sao Paulo, having become a very threatening team and a very difficult out for anybody. And they've shown why here today. Hashimoto is your player of the match with 2 assists. The goals from Velstrazen Smith, Rubio, and De Groot. But a solid effort all around for the Brazilian outfit. União Sao Paulo looking comfortable in victory over AC Romana. We now move to our third match of the day, that being CF Catalonia against Reykjavik United. Reykjavik having had a bit of a slow start in the league thus far. Meanwhile, Catalonia looking a lot better than a lot of people might have expected after last season. Reykjavik, of course, one of the most talented sides in the league. But in their current state, it is a bit surprising. You have Catalonia with that 3-4-3, or perhaps 2-4-4. It's kind of hard to tell. Reykjavik with a 4-3-3, but with a holding midfielder. It's a bit of an unusual look for the Reykjavik we've seen in the past few seasons, customarily playing that 4-2-3-1 with the offset attacking midfielder. They seem to have decided a change of tactic in order at this point. Neymarinho winning the ball and Reykjavik able to counter. Furious Chicken gets behind the defense, but shoots well wide. Chicken puts the cross in and forces the save there out of Visgrapo. And that long shot there wins another corner, courtesy of Neymarinho. That one's palmed onto the bar and headed back out. Reykjavik still with pressure here. Scarpetta putting it back in for Neymarinho, who crosses back. Armaris now chasing it down, and the challenge from Kamanova puts it out of play. Ruskin can't quite bring it under control, and now Reykjavik come forward again. Roman and Reykjavik, very different teams. Here's Jean-Claude Goddam getting around Tenderloin and finishing from a very tight angle. A testament to incredible ball control here from Jean-Claude Goddam. Weaving around Tenderloin and finishing from an extremely acute angle past Grappo. And Reykjavik with the opening goal over Catalonia. Can they maintain this lead? Armaros with the through ball to Del Pirlo. Del Pirlo on the run. Looked like it had been tripped up, but Chicken puts the rebound over the bar. Snooks back to Armaros. Marco wins another corner for Reykjavik. Mourinho. Armaro's cutting it back. And Del Pirlo winning another corner. And that one headed in by goddamn. Well, they've been building off of so many set pieces, and this one, they've caught out Grappo, and they've caught out Catalunya. Reykjavik extend their lead to 2. Kamanova trying to get around Urkel. But Urkel winning the ball away. Reykjavik have found their gear here. Snooks. Chicken now. Back to Snooks, who cuts inside. Around Kamanova. Top corner for Victoria Snooks. Right after their second goal, they've got a third. Snooks with a great 1-2 on the near flank. And what a finish that was. Grappa couldn't do anything about that. Reykjavik finding their footing here. It's a third for them. Catalunya with that corner kick. Joga Bonito putting it in, and Fry wins another one. That header loops over the bar. And that shot by Hanna Van Gerritsen nearly beating out Brick Wall Jr., but does win the corner. Quick building, but trying to find Apollo Zervas. Instead, it's Scarpetta who wins it away. Bonito, though, winning it away from tentacles there. Now Kamanova coming forward for Catalunya on the counterattack and wins the corner kick. Very close to halftime, still a chance to pull one back before the break. One put in, headed into the air, and nothing will come of it. And that pass caught out by Jean-Claude Goddam, who has a first half hat trick. Well, you call it a mental lapse, call it an error in execution. That pass back from Nelson couldn't quite find its target. And you just can't make that kind of mistake when Jean-Claude Goddam is lurking. Reykjavik up 4-0 on Catalunya. And Del Pirlo puts it through to Goddam, but Goddam shoots wide and would have been offside regardless. But at the break, Reykjavik United, through the foot of Jean-Claude Goddam, have a commanding 4-0 lead on CF Catalunya. They'd had a bit of a slower start to this season, but they seem to finally be finding their form. And this match is no exception. Can Catalunya pull anything back from this? They'll have 45 minutes to do it. And Red Panda will come onto the pitch, replacing Bernardo Fry. And Mourinho intercepting that ball. And now Reykjavik coming forward. Goddamn. Lays it off to Furious Chicken. And that's number 5 for the Aurora. And then Mourinho with a great pass to Goddamn, who found the run of Chicken perfectly. And it's drilled top corner by Chicken. A dominant performance so far by Reykjavik. Some very clinical finishing on display. Bonito standing over the corner kick here for Catalunya, looking to get at least one back. Bonito coming inside, shoots into the crowd, and the Catalunya player ruled offside. Catalunya now pouncing on a mistake. Deali finding Poggio, but Poggio shooting into a defender. And now here comes Ne Mourinho. Forced out wide by Van Gerritsen, but now cutting back in. Lays it off, Snooks. And it's a shot from Goddamn, and that's 4 for Goddamn. Well, it's been a superlative performance by that player, Jean-Claude Goddamn. It ricochets off of Visgrapo and into the net. Such power behind that shot. Right on the line. Surprised VAR didn't look at it, but nevertheless, it's 6 for Reykjavik and nothing for Catalunya. And you get the sense it's not quite over yet. Tentacles taking the shot, or taking the touch past Nelson. The end line. Del Pirlo trying to lay it off. And it's ultimately sent back up the pitch. Chicken trying to find Tentacles inside, but can't. Armaros in the box, but sent clear. It's a free kick to Catalunya. Kruskin trying to get it around Ne Mourinho. Crossed in. And it's headed in from close range by Ben Nelson. Well, it won't make much of a difference to the result, but they've broken the clean sheet. An opportunistic header from Nelson, well taken at the moment. Catalunya claw one back. It might be too little too late at this stage. All falls to Goddamn, and another drilled finish by Jean-Claude Goddamn. Lucky number 7 for Reykjavik. They've been on absolute fire here today. Tentacles took the free kick to Del Pirlo. And it was Urkel who found Chicken, who found Goddamn. Placing that finish absolutely perfectly. Now Chicken with the corner. Ultimately headed away. England's pass cut back, but couldn't find a green shirt, and now it's over the top for Zervas, who might be offside, but shot wide anyway. Nelson, and it's in for Bailey Deali. Make the scoreline look a little bit better, but still a very Strong work goal by Catalunya. A well-placed pass there by Ilya Pruskin. Billy Deali there to capitalize. Bonito loses out to tentacles. Now Jean-Claude Goddamn getting onto it. Squares it. Chicken. Threatening. And wins the corner. No one handed over. About 10 minutes to play. Reykjavik comfortably ahead. Catalunya will be pushing to make this a more respectable scoreline. Pruskin to the end line, trying to square it, and it's scrambled in by Ljubica Kamenova. Catalunya have been able to even this scoreline out a little bit. That one shot right at Wall, who deflected it unwittingly into the net. Jean-Claude Goddamn stands over that free kick and was nearly headed in by Del Pirlo. Reykjavik have been nothing short of clinical in this match, as evidenced by Catalunya being on similar XG as Deali finishes opposite post, and all of a sudden, at the rate they're scoring, the comeback might not be as far-fetched anymore. That's goal number 11 of the match, number 4 for Catalunya, and it's courtesy of Bailey Deali. And now the gap is just 3. Catalunya actually leading Reykjavik in XG. But by the looks of it, will be coming out on the losing end of this very exciting match. Poggio in the box, shoots, and gets a corner kick out of it. Time winding down. They won't be able to catch up, but they made it closer than it was at halftime. Alley forward. Bonito offside. And that is the end of this match. It's been an absolutely brilliant one. Jean-Claude Goddamn, the star of the show for Reykjavik. 5 goals to his name. Victoria Snooks and Furious Chicken also weighing in. For Catalunya, Bailey Deali, the star of the show. A brace on record, along with goals from Kamenova and Nelson. 4 goals on most days would be enough to win. Unfortunately for Catalunya, they happened upon Reykjavik in a really dangerous mood. Goddamn, unsurprisingly, is your player of the match with a career performance here today. 5 goals. Simply can't get over that. Along with an assist as well. And so Reykjavik, scoring 7 goals in their victory over Catalunya, have once again continued their climb back to the right end of the table. Now it's time for our final match of the day, Tokyo SC taking on Hollywood FC. Tokyo, one of the perennial title contenders, at least in the early stages of each season. This season, though, has not gone the way that they've hoped in these early stages. They come out with their customary 4-2-3-1. They'll be up against Hollywood FC, sporting the 3-4-3 with the wingbacks Hunt and Mograine. Where you see Tokyo next to last in the standings, perhaps grateful for Romana having such a rough go of things thus far. Meanwhile, this Hollywood core, so many young, talented players that have been assembled over the last few seasons, they're finally starting to gel in a way that could be potentially special. That pass forward from Ibrahimovic for Tokyo ends up going long and potentially offside. Super hoops. And now here's Ibrahimovic turning and shooting over the bar. It's a bit of a tense mood here at the Nintendo. Tokyo, accustomed to being a little higher up the table than this. And almost halfway through this season as Ibrahimovic with the through ball shoots and puts Tokyo in the lead. Well, they've been crying out for highlights here in Tokyo, and that's one that they've just gotten. Haglund with a perfectly weighted pass for Ibrahimovic to run onto. Hall gets the save wrong, and Ibrahimovic fires Tokyo ahead 1-0. We're trying to find Kaido trying to find Haglund. Nothing doing though in Hollywood coming forward. Through ball to Martel behind the back line, and it's in by Pete Martel. Well, it's a swift response from Hollywood as they have equalized here. Gerd Klose finding Martel at the perfect time. Adamu sticks a leg out. Might have tipped the ball past Revest, but it will go down as a goal for Martel as the shot was on target. And so, just like that, we're back at square one. The score 1-1. Now it's a corner for Jalen Brooks for Hollywood. Headed up and headed away. But Brooks able to get back onto it. That pass intercepted by Kaido, and that move from Hollywood interrupted. Adamu sending it back to Revest. Greer making the run, trying to get around Brooks. Brooks gets a foot to it, but Greer retains possession. And now Tokyo through the middle. It's Amore Delo. Super Hoops crossing in. Ibrahimovic there, but gets the angle on the header wrong, and it loops into Hall's arms. Bit of a cagey match thus far as we head toward halftime, but it is a corner kick, courtesy of Greer for Tokyo. Drilled near post, and it's Momo Adamu. That corner was whipped in to the perfect player for the occasion. Adamu showing some prowess on corners at the World Simulation Football Classic during the off-season. And now it's benefited his club. Tokyo SC pull back ahead, 2-1. The ball falls to Haglund. Haglund shoots. And Hall has to stretch the maximum amount to prevent that from going in. It's a corner kick once again from Greer. And this time headed over by Zlatan. A little over 2 minutes of added time left as Hollywood looking to equalize again before the break. Hunt, Martel, and it's Gerd Klose. And equalize they have. Martel took the touch. Hunt laid it off. It looked like Martel had gone down courtesy of Ekholm Gunnarsson. There might have been a question about a penalty, but Klose making it a moot point with that finish. Now pushing for another one before the break. But Gorgon seems to lose control of it and can't get the shot off. And so, at halftime, it has really fired into life here at the Nintendo. Tokyo 2, Hollywood 2. It's been a fascinating match here for our final match of the day. Is anybody's guess as to how this one will end up. Both teams with flashes of brilliance here. Tokyo have gotten us started off, but that pass ambitious. That ball intercepted by Kaido, but Hollywood get it right back. Greer. Trying to get around Brooks, but can't quite. Brooks now. Passing from Hollywood. It's worked out to Hunt here. Hunt puts the cross in. Put it away. Lightning though. To Brooks. Brooks with a lot of space and shoots right at Revest. A great move by Hollywood, but doesn't come to anything on this occasion. Cormier. But that one cut out by Greer. Dia. Out to Mograine. Brooks and Greer dueling. Brooks again in the box and wins the corner. Hollywood coming out guns blazing in this second half as Brooks stands over this corner kick. And Martel shoots, and it's another corner. Brooks tries it near post again headed clear. Martel nearly winning another corner, but Brooks ruled offside. Now Tokyo with a bit of relief from the pressure. But that pass from Lee poor, intercepted by Martel, and Hollywood wins another corner, but had a real chance to go ahead for the first time in this match. With a header battle. It's back to Brooks. Now Martel again. Lightning. Hunt now, near flank. The challenge by Ripley Dieter slows it down just enough. But Hollywood with a real spell of dominance there. Hunt up the near wing. Dieter in pursuit, but puts the cross in. And Revest holds onto it. He's overhit for Closa. Adamu trying a long forward pass to Haglund, but it's cut out by Lightning, and now here's Brooks with a really good chance for Hollywood. But it fizzles out as the passes don't quite connect. Another chance here from Mograine. Martel weaving around the defense and shoots, and Revest holds on. Well, Hollywood have come to play in the second half. Can Tokyo match their pace? And we're back to Brooks. And the shot from Gorgon. And it's another corner. Some good saves from Revest, but called into action quite a bit in this second half. into the air. Lee gets to it and just puts it out of danger. Now Tokyo have a throw deep in the opposition half. Cross in from Greer, and Hall holds on to it. Looked like Dieter was in position, but didn't have enough to get over Hall. Super hoops now. Delo. Coming inside. It's back to Adamu. Greer. Shut down by Brooks, has to send it away. Eklund Gunnarsson with the pass through the middle. Haglund. Delo. Now super hoops again. Crosses in. And it's Shinji Kaido. And the veteran weighs in with a great goal at the opposite post. Full credit to Super Hoops here to get the space needed for the assist. Ibrahimovic let it run for Kaido. That proved to be the correct decision, as Tokyo once again pulling ahead, 3-2. Only 20 minutes remain for Hollywood here to get another equalizer. They had been the better team for much of this second half, but have conceded and now find themselves down. Time running out for them. Haglund. Ibrahimovic now. Through ball. And Dieter. Offside. Time winding down for this match. About 10 minutes left, and Tokyo holding on to their 1-0 lead. Greer crosses in, and it's headed in by Ripley Dieter. And that is the icing on the cake for Tokyo. Played the 1-2 off the throw-in, did Greer, and sent the cross to the far post. And Dieter made no mistake on the header. And with a 2-goal lead, Tokyo might have locked this one up. Though with how well Hollywood had been playing in the second half, there's still no telling. Greer. Back to Kaido, and Kaido wins a corner. Greer sends it near post. Flicked on. Sent into the air, and it's back to Dieter, who sends it over the bar. Deep into stoppage time, it's another corner for Tokyo. Greer standing over it. That move pushed back. Tokyo retaining possession in Hollywood's half. And the final whistle goes. Tokyo SC, hardly comfortable for them, but they did get it over the line. A 4-2 victory for the Yokai, and one they desperately needed. A spirited performance from Hollywood, able to equalize twice, but ultimately couldn't quite get the win. Jude Greer is your player of the match with 2 assists, goals from Adamu, Ibrahimovic, Dieter, and Kaido. And Hollywood with 2 goals of their own through Gerd Klose and Pete Martell. Not quite enough to keep pace with Tokyo, but the Lights can take heart from a very strong performance. And that'll do it for us from Matchday 6 here in the Major League. Before we leave you today, let's take one more look at the results. As SFV led the league for a brief moment with a 3-0 win over Buenos Aires, but Sao Paulo reasserting their lead at the top of the standings by dismantling Romana 3-0. Then we had the 11-goal thriller between Reykjavik and Catalonia, the Aurora victorious there. And of course, we just saw Tokyo victorious over Hollywood FC, 4-2. Well, that'll do it for us today here on Matchday 6 in the Major League. Thank you so much for joining us as always. This has been Metafiction. Until next time, take care.